So, third year college, you had Kuya Gabi. Fourth year college, you had the twins.
Right.
And still graduated magna cum laude, BS Accountancy. Correct?
CPA after 1 year. Because
Galing.
we took the exam before you become a CPA.
After 6 months, kasal ka agad.
Kasal ka agad.
Ganun pala kabilis, Daddy.
Mabilis.
O, ganun ikaw kabilis.
La la la, Roslyn, walang iwanan para sa sambayanan. Roslyn, la la la, Roslyn, ating kaibigan. La la la, Roslyn,
kantuhan tayo.
La la la, Roslyn, walang iwanan para sa sambayanan.
May aga mga biliranon. Ito po ang inyong abalingkod na si Board Member Roslyn Espina Paras. Ang episode po natin ngayong araw ay kakaiba sa mga naging episodes po natin noon. Dahil ngayon po ay buwan ng Mayo, birthday month po ng aking ama na si Jerry Espina Sr., naisipan po nating interviewin ang aking ina na si Mrs. Asuncion Espina or Shoni for short or Mama Mia sa kanya naman po mga apo. Upang makabalik tanaw po tayo sa naging buhay ng ating first ever elected congressman na mahal nating probinsya sa Biliran at sa kanyang kabiyak sa kinabuhi. Itong episode po natin ngayong araw ay tinatawag na Remembering Jerry. Mga kaigsuunan ko, please help me welcome a magna cum laude graduate, major in accounting from the Philippine Women's University, a certified public accountant who served as an accounting professor at MLQU for 10 years and worked at the Central Bank of the Philippines for 25 years from bookkeeper to assistant director of management for external debt and investment accounts department, and also served for a couple of years as director of the now privatized PNOC EDC. Magandang araw, Mami, and welcome to Kwentuhan with PM Roslyn.
Magandang araw din, Rosie.
Mal? Siguro po, marami sa ating viewers, especially yung mga ka-age bracket nila, Daddy at Mami, ang nakakaalam po sa mga pinagdaanan ng aking mga magulang nung sila po ay mga bata pa. Parehas po silang mga orphans. Si Daddy po ay lumaki sa Boys Town Orphanage. Nagbebenta po siya ng dyaryo noon. Naging shoeshine boy sa Sangley Point para sa mga sundalo Amerikano at pinasok din po niya ang larangan ng amateur boxing. Ito po ang kanyang mga naging trabaho para lang makapagtapos ng high school. Si Mami naman po ay inampo ng kanyang guro, mga nakapagtapos din po siya ng pag-aaral sa elementary. Si Mami po, after graduating from elementary, kinuha na po siya ng kanyang panganay na kapatid at iyon na po ang nagpaaral sa kanya hanggang makapagtapos po siya ng high school. Naging working student din po siya, kaya po siya nakapagtapos ng kolehiyo. While si Daddy naman po at that time, nakapagtapos din po ng kolehiyo dahil sa mga iba't ibang scholarships at dahil nagtrabaho din po siya noon. So, mapunta na po tayo sa question and answer portion na ating Remembering Jerry. So, Mami, paano kayo nagkakilala ni Daddy?
Through a friend.
Okay. Ang corny naman ang sagot ni Mami. So, short. Wala ka na bang iba pang gustong...
But
Ano
that's
dyan?
the truth.
Okay.
Through a friend.
Okay. Sige na nga. Paano naman nagsimula manligaw si Daddy sa'yo?
Sinusundo niya ako sa school, sa PWU.
Okay.
At hatid sundo ako doon, gabi-gabi.
So, bakit gabi? Gabi ba ang
Because
klase?
I was a working student.
Okay.
Then, I work daytime and I study at night at Philippine Women's University.
Okay. So, Matagal po ba kayong naging mag-boyfriend, girlfriend ni Daddy? Or mabilisan lang?
I wouldn't say mabilisan lang.
Okay? What would you say?
But I would say within 6 months.
Within 6 months. So, ibig sabihin, within 6 months of being boyfriend and girlfriend, nagpakasal na kayo?
Yes,
After 6 months, kasal ka agad.
kasal ka agad.
Ganun pala kabilis, Daddy.
Mabilis.
O, ganun ikaw kabilis.
He is a very persistent person.
Nadaan ka ba sa kagwapuhan niya? Sa kakulitan niya? O sa katalinuhan niya?
First, katalinuhan.
Okay.
Second, hinaharana niya ako gabi-gabi.
Yung as in literal harana?
Yes.
Okay.
He, bringing me to school, he has a guitar.
Okay.
And he sings for me.
Okay.
That's
it?
That's it.
Ba't wala yung kagwapuhan?
Well, gwapo naman siya.
Yes. Sabi nga nila, di ba? Magkamukha kami. Di ba? I'm the carbon copy ko no, of my dad. Ano naman ang naging buhay nyo nung bagong kasal kayo?
Ay, nako. Napakahirap.
In what sense na napakahirap?
Tumira kami sa isang small shanty.
Can you describe what shanty is for you at that time?
Well, it's siguro ganito kalaki. Ganyan. I don't know how many square meters yon.
Ang mga pader.
Well, ang gilid ng shanty is from bubong.
Ha? Yero.
Yero. And then, of course, yero ang bubong niya.
So, ang walls ng bahay niyo noon was yero, made out of yero. Pati bubong niya, edi ang init noon.
Sobra talagang init. Mabuti na lang not during this time.
Well, grabe ngayon, ano? Yeah. So, yung tinirad nyo, as you said, na shanty. So, am I to presume na yung toilet and bath, at saka yung lutuan, kitchen, common area, or do you have your own?
No, that's common area.
Common area.
For the shanty and for the rest of the apartments that they have there.
So parang yung lugar nyo, kwarto lang talaga. Just enough for you, the two of you to sleep. No? Doon na rin
The
kayo
baby.
kumakain. May baby na kagad?
Wala pa pala yun. My gosh, it's how many years ago? I remember now.
Nauna si Kuya Gab, no? Joke!
I remember. When Gabi was born,
Okay.
that was the time we moved to this shanty or barong-barong.
So kasama na si Kuya Gabi noon.
Kasama na siya.
Okay.
So I had to stay with him and give up my
Studies?
my work.
Pero you still continued going to school.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, right.
Anong year mo in college when you married Dad nga pala? Third year? Second year?
Third year college.
Third year college. Taking up accountancy. Ang hirap nun. Yung iba nga dyan, hindi buntes, pero taking up accountancy, nahihirapan na. What more pa yung being pregnant, taking care of your health. During those times, probably, no? Baka mas mahirap.
Talagang mahirap.
And to think, you graduated magna cum laude pa.
Yeah.
So, you were in your third year of college, pregnant with Kuya Gabi. Or you gave birth na, and then you gave birth na, right?
Pregnant with Gabi. But
Kasi 9 months lang naman yung...
Oh, but 11 months after, I gave birth again.
Oo, kasi ang galing nyo eh. Oo, kasi mga
So, fourth year ako.
active parents. Masisipag.
Nag-fourth year graduating na ako.
Oo, ang sisipag nyo. Ang sipag nyo ni Daddy. No? So, third year college, you had Kuya Gabi. Fourth year college, you had the twins.
Right.
And still graduated magna cum laude, BS Accountancy. Correct?
CPA after 1 year. Because
Galing.
we took the exam before you become a CPA.
Ang galing. Right, anak? No? It may not be something that I would advocate for, no? Na getting pregnant, getting married while you're still in college. But with you, I can honestly say you did it with flying colors. Dahil kahit ano pa ang pinagdaanan nyo noon, kahirapan, mga tinirhan, at yung mga pinagdaanan nyo na working students, tama, with dad, imagine, you graduated magna cum laude, you're licensed CPA, you're certified public accountant, and look at what dad has achieved then at the same time. No? So, you guys were lucky. Paano ang buhay nyo noon na tatlo agad ang anak? You're already a working mother with 3 children. Daddy was also working, di ba? Nung
He's working, yes.
and studying at the same time.
Studying. Pero scholar naman siya.
So, walang gastos.
Yan ang gastos. Well, we have to move first to another place.
Okay.
A real apartment, up and down,
Okay.
with 2 bedrooms upstairs. And then I requested my elder sister to take care of the children first.
Ate Rosa, si
Yes,
Auntie.
si Ate Rosa.
You were a full-time...
That was, yes, I become a full-time working now. Working on 2
jobs?
jobs.
Anong jobs?
Yung sa food enrichment,
As a bookkeeper?
as a bookkeeper.
And?
Then as a teacher or teacher at MLQ University.
Okay. And then si Daddy, studying,
Studying at UE
and at the same time...
he wants to take up law naman in
Okay.
addition to political science.
Okay.
And then he studied also at UP for a master's degree.
Okay.
And somehow, sometime, I don't remember really the date, but he became the Dean of the Lyceum of the Philippines, Dean of the College of Administration, I think, or Political Science, because that was his field.
Okay. So both, you had 2 jobs, 3 kids, and a husband that was studying 2 courses. And at the same time, working as a professor or a dean.
As a professor and dean.
And a dean. Okay, so talagang you both were really giving importance to education kasi yun ang talagang field nyo. Am I correct to say that?
Yes.
Am I also correct to say Talagang kayod marino rin talaga kayo nun.
Very right, very true.
Okay. Paano kayo nakarating sa Amerika?
Is professor, American professor at UP. At UP invited, Jerry was his student, no? He told Jerry that, you know what, I can help you get a scholarship. You should get a scholarship in the States to enhance your, abilities. And so he said, I can get you a Fulbright and Smithman. Now, Fulbright and Smithman, that takes care of the transportation and the food and the housing
Okay.
these people. Transportation,
Housing.
food, and extra
Expenses.
expenses.
Allowance?
Allowance, yeah.
So,
I failed to mention to you that he almost died in the States.
Daddy?
Yeah.
Anong nangyari?
I think nobody knows except I just remember now.
Okay. O, di ba? Another first in kwentuhan with BM.
He got a pneumonia. He got pneumonia.
Okay.
And it is a different kind of pneumonia. They said that if you get it in 24 hours, you will die. This kind of pneumonia.
Bakit? Ano nangyari?
Because of the weather. My God, the weather in Eugene, Oregon, where
Very cold.
the university is located, is raining, and then stop, and then raining, and stop. And I was wondering why the doctor would approach me and ask so many things, about him, about exposure to, because he's always in school and, and he has his, jacket and everything to take care of his health. But it's a good thing, and I prayed so hard. I never prayed so hard in my life. That finally he passed the 24 hours limit that the doctor was telling me.
Okay. Kaya at least he survived.
He survived.
And you had so many children. You had one in the States. Diba? Ano yan? Remembrance si Ate Aileen?
Eileen, yeah.
Okay. Don't feel sad. Since you're already in the States then, so, why didn't you take the opportunity to stay in America? Bakit nyo naisipang umuwi sa Pilipinas?
Kasi requirement yun ng scholarship na naibigay sa amin. The requirement is that after you finished your studies here,
You have to go home.
you have to go back to your country.
Okay.
But luckily, he was able to bring me and my eldest, my firstborn,
It's kay Gabi.
Kuya Gabi. Yeah. That's why it's a blessing from God, really.
Yeah. Pag uwi nyo sa Manila, ano-ano ang mga naging trabaho nyo naman ni Daddy?
Well, I thought I was a lecturer and a CPA reviewer at MLQ University, Manuel L. Quezon University.
Okay.
That's in R. Hidalgo, Quiapo.
Okay.
And then I also tried to pass the examination for employment sa Central Bank of the Philippines, now Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. And I started as a bookkeeper
In such a bank.
in the bank. But at MLQ, I was a CPA reviewer. That's why my students were lawyer, because they wanted to be a CPA lawyer.
Yeah.
After 2 years in the US, Jerry continued to teach at FEU and at the UP Graduate School.
Okay.
He joined many media as a news commentator of DZTM and a columnist at Manila Times, Action Line, and at Taliba. And for several years, Interaction with Jerry Espina was aired over GMA7.
So he was a tri-media personality.
Yes, Trimedia. As a matter of fact, we failed to mention in his accomplishments or what, that he was given a medal. You know, at the museum, remember the
Yes.
medal, but as Best Manila personality. I said I was a CPA reviewer earlier, no?
Yes.
At the MLQ University, and I also worked my starting is a bookkeeper. I said that earlier, no? Bookkeeper, and then planning A, planning B, and then I think six positions I transferred, because that was the advice to me of your father, that don't just be happy in one position. If you think you are qualified to have another opening, because there are openings by different departments at the central bank, then you try to get the examination, because there are examinations given also. So that's what I did. That's why I ended up as, when I filed my retirement, I served only 25 years. It should have been 50 years.
Ganyan nga nag-retire eh. Di ba you retired at the age of 55?
Yeah.
And you're how young now? Secret?
No, 87.
Oh, wow. Diba? Saan ka pa?
No one would believe, and I'm taking gym lessons per Jerry Boyce.
Excuse me, as per him, I'm paying.
Ayer.
Siya lang ang taga-hold sol, pero ako taga-bayad.
But he would, sometimes when I'm tired and not feeling well, he would go to inside my room and say, "Oh, absent ka kahapon. Ngayon,
May
present
attendance."
ka." Sinasabi nila eh. So I ended up as assistant director of the
Yes.
Central Bank. Jerry topped the elections in Manila's 3rd District for delegate to the 1971 Constitutional Convention.
Okay.
That was a big step, big political step for him. Jerry was an assemblyman in 1978 till 1984 in Metro Manila, Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry. He was also Assistant Majority Leader of the Interim Batasan. That was in the year 1978 to 1984. After a little over a decade, That was when your father started his political career in Biliran province.
Okay. So, Mom, have you ever been in favor of Dad entering politics or public service?
Definitely,
Why?
because, he has great hopes for this province. I forgot to tell you earlier, I should have told you, that when he left Manila, left me,
You mean left?
and the kids, to come to Biliran,
Okay.
he said, Shoni, I would like to go to Biliran province. Then I was surprised. Then he said, I want to visit my roots.
Okay.
I want to know the people. I want to meet again my friends, old friends. Siguro young friends before. And he said, I will try to help these people.
So, kaya you were never against it.
No, never.
Okay. Happy ka ba na nakikita mo na yung mga anak mo and yung mga apo mo ay sumunod sa yapak ni Daddy sa pagiging public servants?
Of course. I'm very glad, I'm very happy, and I thank the Lord for allowing my children and grandchildren to do something for the for Biliran especially.
Kung sang-ayon ka sa pagpasok ni Daddy, mga anak mo, and mga apo mo sa serbisyo publiko, bakit never pumasok sa isipan mo na pasukin din ang larangan ng public service?
You know what? I am a homebody.
Yeah.
A homebody. I always stay inside the room, as a matter of fact. Not only a homeroom body.
Homeroom, classroom. So, okay. Do you think masaya si Daddy sa naiwan niyang legacy di lang sa kanyang mga anak, kundi pati rin sa probinsya sa Biliran?
Oh yes, I really believe that your dad is very, very happy up there with the Lord. Because he sees naman what his children or grandchildren are doing, helping the people, especially the poor ones.
So, Mommy, thank you for the time that you have given me today. I hope you enjoyed looking back in time and sharing with me and all our will-be viewers about yours and Dad's personal life. No, it may have given you mixed emotions, but I'm sure talking about the love of your life still brings a smile on your face. Sana po ay may impormasyon, aral at inspirasyon po kayong napulot sa ating kwentuhan ngayong araw. Huwag ho natin kalimutan na i-follow ang ating FB account at mag-subscribe sa ating YouTube channel na parehong Roslyn Espina Paras po ang mga account names nito. Palihog, paki-like and share din po ang ating mga posts sa mga ito upang mas dumami pa ang makakuha ng aral at katatawanan, lalo na sa ating mga kaigsuunang Biliranon. Muli, ito po si Roslyn Espina Paras. Tara, kwentuhan tayo! Magandang araw, Mommy, and welcome to Kwentuhan with Pierre Mosley.
Gandang araw din.
Uy, bloopers!
Sorry.
Yan ang buhay mo, pinapatay na! Uy! Ano nangyari?
Wala na naman ito eh. Ayan lang yung sabihin ko. Ulit lang.
1984, boy na boy pa si daddy niyan eh. After a little over a decade, that was when he started his political career in Biliran province. Okay, can you say that? Sample. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Yun lang. And sharing with me, ulitin natin.
Yes, sige po.
Smile mo. Smile.
Smile po, smile.
Ba't na-stress siya yung mukha niya? Hindi alam ang gagawin. Muli po si Roslyn Espina Paras. Tara, kwentuhan tayo.
Cut!
Yay!
That's a wrap, baby.